How's it going, everyone? I know I haven't posted in a bit, but we are continuing Genuine Origami by Jun Maekawa. Today we are doing the Dolphin. The theme of the Dolphin is shaping. We will do shaping at the end of this nose. I am not the best at shaping, so I might direct you to a different model to practice shaping, but this is my shaped dolphin nose. You can shape your dolphin nose however you see fit. It's a nice simple model to introduce an important origami concept. So step one, we're going to go ahead and fold this diagonally. I'm using a Toyo two-tone paper, a little Valentine's Day looking color scheme. Thought it was cute. Step one is to fold on the diagonals. So that is what we are going to do here. Just corner to corner. Fold it nice and quick. I do not have very much storage on my recording device, so I'm trying my best to be quick here. Hope everything's been doing good. If anyone has any comments about the qualities of my videos, I would really appreciate that, as I'm always trying my best to get better. If anyone has editing software to recommend, I would love that. With that being said, here I have done as asked. I folded on the diagonals. Next up, we are going to fold two edges up to a center crease. So I'm gonna pick these two. I'm gonna put them here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. My paper's a little thicker, so I'm gonna fold just slightly off that corner. That way there's not overlap that'll cause trouble for me later in the model. Second one is always easier to do. You just match the first one. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, I'm actually procrastinating on another scarier model. Not one I'm gonna film, just one I was gonna fold as a hobbyist. Next step, step 3, is going to be to fold this down perpendicular to this crease in such a way that the crease matches these 2 points. So just want to go ahead, kind of roll the paper down till you see it hit one of your points, then make sure the corner lies on that diagonal crease you've made. And as long as you've been doing everything good thus far, the line will hit the other point you were looking to hit. Next up, we're gonna flippy flop this guy over and bring this point to this center point here, just like that. And the next step is to bring this edge to this crease. Let's see here. I'm only rotating it because I prefer to fold towards myself. That way I can kind of pull the paper into shape. I find it a little easier to do that. There we go. Just like that. Then, actually gonna have to zoom in on my page. Gosh, maybe I'm getting old, but I'm having trouble seeing that next step. Alright, the next step is to fold this triangle in half. So make this point hit this point. Like so. There we go. And then we're just going to want to bring this to a point, this to a point, and pull that extra paper out. Like that. That's gonna create a little fin. So if it was hard to see what I was doing there, basically you've made this. We're just pulling the paper out very slowly while making sure that we turn this into a point and that this fold will still remain. Just like that. Cool. Then we're gonna go ahead and do this on the other side. It's a pretty short sequence, so I'm not going to skimp out. Once again, you bring these points together like this. The reason I always run my nail on this is I don't have one of those fancy bone folders the other origami shorts makers have to create those satisfying noises to stim you out. I don't like showboating. I'd just rather you learn how to make the model. The reason I'm not really saying what I'm doing here is it is the exact same amount of steps, just on the other side. Next up, we are folding this little freak in half here. This one was probably one of the more confusing steps, so I'm gonna go ahead and try my best to not have my hands in the way as I'm doing that. Cool. And then I would recommend pinching on this crease as you do this, keeping your finger here to make sure no folds move out of place. Pull that out. And bingo bango! What did I say? Easy as pie. Step 9 is going to be to fold a crease between these 2 points backwards. So, pretty easy. Just flip it around, make your valley. Make sure it hits those 2 points. Once you've got it just the way you like it, go ahead and lock her in by creasing. Now, this next one could be a little confusing. Basically, we are going to want to, oh, never mind, not quite yet. We're going to want to inside reverse fold these 2 triangles. So, just going to open up and on these creases, just do a little mountain folding. For me, the easiest thing to do is mountain fold the half and then squash the other half. So, just making sure I have a mountain fold that goes exactly along with where this was. So see how if I unfolded it, it would show on this line. So I've just kind of pinched and mountain folded to create a perfect corner. Then I make sure to line it up with this center line, so that way this other side will match up, just because that's how it works geometrically. I close it back up. I will say I'm using thicker paper than you're probably using right now, so I've got to struggle just a little bit. If you have paper that's dyed on 2 sides, generally speaking, it'll be a little thicker than regular kami. Once again, just gonna do that exact same thing. Another thing you could do is you could make the crease before, pre-crease it, unfold, and then just, honestly, this is probably more practical, is inside reverse fold. I get bored pre-creasing. I like to just go for it, do it, but I will say the result is clearly much cleaner. Then we're gonna turn this guy around, fold this up. Make it so that those corners reach each other. Thank you. Turn this around. We're going to open up the model a little bit, and then we are going to fold this triangular part down. So on that crease we just made, we're going to make a valley. And then we are going to close it back up, just like how it was before. So now when you turn it around, you'll see this. The point that was there is now inside the model, right down here. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and go on to step 15. Step 15 being, oh, I was supposed to unfold that, so let's go ahead and just unfold that real quick. Yeah. Right here. So this is what you're supposed to look like on step 15. Then fold this guy up right here, and then we will fold in half, like so. Next step, we're going to do an inside reverse fold here, And we're gonna leave this little fin out because this is going to be, nope, never mind. You can do it while leaving the fin out. That's what I'm gonna do. Though if you want, you can fold all of it down and then go ahead and bring the fin back up. In fact, that's how the book shows it, so I'm gonna try my best to do it. It's just my paper's thicker, so it's actually literally easier for me to basically, this is how I'm gonna do it. It's the better way to do it, so that's what I'm gonna teach. Sorry that I had an argument with myself on vid this whole time. I'm gonna mount in on this entire line, but I'm not going to include that because that is the dorsal fin. So what I do is I'm just gonna pinch on this line, do that under this fin. I'm going to leave it while it's open and do the same thing on the other side. Just gonna pinch on this line, using my finger under the paper to keep it matched up with that line. So that way there's no discombobulation. Then I'm putting my finger under this fin because we want the fin to remain out. And I just close up the model. Look at that, clean. No need at all for step 18. I'm just gonna go right to step 19 because I did it so clean. Call me Mr. Clean, but I am not bald. I have a lot of hair actually. Okay, so step 19, we're just gonna take this flap and we're gonna pull it down like so. So see, once again, we had this flap in here, like this. It's gonna open up the model and pull it out, and the model will look like this. Sound like Tadashi Mori. The model will look like this. Oh, shoot. One sec. I am back, and the next step is to bisect this triangle. So we want to fold that angle in half. To fold any angle in half, all you do is you bring the two lines of that angle together. So that's what I'm gonna do. See that pink line shouldn't be there. It's because my paper's a little bit thicker, so it's wanting to pull apart. You just want to do your best to keep your paper together as much as possible. Prevent that, make your model a lot cleaner. Cool. Next up, we're going to valley fold this inside. Just gonna open this up here. Valley fold on that line that we just folded to. Regretting using this thick paper. Close it up. Like so. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this down at the angle where these two points meet, like this. And then we are going to mount and fold this behind and inside. So, we're gonna mount and fold it like this. And wow, I cannot believe how thick this paper got. It's really giving me a lot of resistance. Behind, and then we're tucking that inside. And this is what our dorsal fin looks like. Cool. The book shows you a overhead view of what it's supposed to look like. I guess technically the book wants you to have it tucked into this middle layer. So what I'm gonna do is tuck it in this middle layer. So it'll look like this. With that being said, here we are gonna go ahead and do an inside reverse on this line. Very easy. He says as he messes it up a little bit. Then we're gonna inside reverse on this same line. So just pinching the paper at that line to make sure it is in fact inside reversed right on that line where it meets. Cool. Now that we've done that, it actually wants us to take this and unfold it. So now we have our model looking like this. Next up, we're going to open this up, bring this point to this point here. And then we're going to do 2 swivels. So basically we're going to fold these edges to this middle line. And as we do that, because of the pre-creases we made, this point is going to want to go up to this center line. So you just want to kind of encourage the paper to do what it wants to do geometrically. You know, make sure there's no weird wrinkles. Looks like I pulled a little too hard, so my paper tore. That's okay. No one's gonna notice. I want to do that on the other side, like so. Bam. Awesome. Now that we've done that, I'm gonna close her on up here and get started on, sorry, I don't have my physical book handy, so I'm reading off the screen, and the screen's crashing for some reason. Whatever. We are gonna go ahead and continue. By pulling this fin to this point, and as you'll see, the paper kind of wants to come with it, so you just want to kind of smoothly squash it down. So get it to the point you want to get it to, like so. And then we want half of this pink. We want the pink to show fully on the fin. So you kind of want to swivel. You want to roll the paper down, so that way this becomes a more symmetrical looking fin, like this. Now that I've got it to that point, I'm just going to squash her down. We've got this sort of shape. Mine looks a little more narrow than the book. It's probably because I messed it up. That's okay. As long as we get a model that people can tell what it is. Next up, we're going to do 2 valleys here at this tip and this little corner here. Same here between this corner down here and this tip down here. And then we're going to go ahead and reverse that. So we're going to fold that line on the inside, like so. Boom. Doing the same thing on this side. Sorry, my cats are being quite loud. We're gonna do the same on the other side. I'll be back when I'm done with that. Okay, I've done so on both sides, so now we are going to go ahead and fold our little fin down. Doing so here as well. Nice. Lastly, we're just gonna go ahead and open up our, not open up our tail. Just gonna go ahead and move this tail over and squash it. And then we're going to mount and fold this in half. And then we are going to fold both tail fins forward. Like so. Now we have the basis of the dolphin, and the last step is to shape that nose. So it tells you to just go ahead and shaping is more like sculpting than folding. I'm just gonna massage this part of the paper down to get a nose that looks. See, my paper is just not that great for shaping. I should have used tant. I have tant, but I like using color change paper where I can. Just go ahead and give it a pinch here. I'll tell you what, guys. Read the book for shaping tips, because I'm not the shaping master, but this is a good little introductory model for shaping. Basically, anytime you think, oh man, maybe I can push the paper in here a little bit, you can try it, and that's what shaping is. The thing is, my dolphin looks a little more like a swordfish now, but that is the dolphin.